Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. First things first, apologies if it's a little bit dark at the moment. Unfortunately we've had rain non-stop every single day and it's getting a little bit boring now. But anyway, there we have issue number 2 of the Moonmin build, and issue 3 and 4 are currently on way as I speak. And we've got Welcome to the Happy and Peaceful World of the Moonmins and their friends, D'Agostini. Now inside here we're going to be doing a bit of Siskin's Snuffkin's, I knew it was something like that, tent, and then obviously a bit of the porch. And as you can see, this will form the bit of the Moonmin house. Now what's quite interesting in this, if we look at Harshette Stoll's house, we actually started with a bit of the doors, whereas this we were actually working from the ground up, but obviously away from the house. But yeah, that's really cool, and I think we'll move into the house as we're doing it. So we're going to be doing a bit of a coat stand, Snuffkin's tent, and a bit of the front porch as well. There may be a delay next week. There may be no video because obviously we need to wait for it to turn up. But as you can see, you get a bit of a story. And then inside here, we're doing some bits and bobs to the front porch that we worked on last time. And then we're going to be doing a bit of the coat stand. And then we move on to the actual tent. And then that should be the end of that issue. Now, what we've got in here is this little thing here. So we've got a figure of Snuffkin and obviously his tent as well. And also what we've got, I forgot to show you this in the previous issue, but we've actually got a few little accessories here. So we've got a picnic basket. We've got what looks to be some sort of sandwich with a flag in it. And then we've got another little sandwich there, I think. So we'll keep them in there for later assembly. Now, also what we do have as well is these are our parts as well. So let's take a look in that. We won't open that until a little bit later on when we're at that issue. I am in the process of cooking chicken, so if my timer goes off, I will have to dash in the other room just to sort that out. Let's get in here. We've also got a bit of, I keep thinking that's tape, but it's not tape. These things are not the easiest to take off, but yeah, so these are the parts that we've got. So if we bring in, let's go down a bit. If we bring in this part here, this is a part that we was working on previously, and we've got two little bits here, which we're going to use a little bit later on. But the first, sorry about that, the first thing we need is these parts here. Now obviously these have got connecting parts. We just need to make an incision through this crack here. So very carefully, just cut that. There we go. And what's going to happen with this is we're going to actually glue these into place, but they're actually going to fit. You can see there's like a little groove, and this is basically forming the stairs to the house. So that's going to feed into there. I'm just going to dry fit that for the minute. And as you can see, that fits into there very nicely. So we're going to get ourselves some glue into here. What I'll do is I'll make a little reservoir because I haven't got a tray to hand, but I'll pour some glue into this little part here, and then we know where we're working with. Okay, so I'm going to get myself some cocktail sticks. I need to go and get some. I'm not prepared, am I? Enjoy the rain while I get my stuff. Okay guys, sorry about that. To get some cotton wool buds, but basically what we're going to do is you don't need an awful lot, but as you can see we're going to put that basically, it's going to go into there. I'm not going to worry about sanding off that burr, but basically just into this little slot here. So I'm going to try a cocktail stick with this one because it's not really an awful lot of glue that we need. Can always put a little bit on if need be. So just about there. That's going to feed into here. It's a cute little step, isn't it? Okay, so that's all into there, tickety boo. Then we can use our cotton wool bud just to scrape that off. Whoops. And just scrape that off there. As I said, apologies about the rain there. We've had it non-stop in Essex at the moment, which is extremely annoying. Okay, so once we've done that, you know, we had a bit from last time, which was these bits. We are going to be putting that into the top bit like that, and that's going to form like a little step for it. Again, I'm not going to worry about the bird because I'm quite happy with the way that is. That's going to slot into there like that and make like a little platform so that the other step can go on. We're going to glue that into place. Now it's up to you if you want to put some glue on the outside of here to stick it. I think I might do that actually. But you don't need an awful lot. Now, because this is going inside the platform, you don't need to put it on this side, but roughly sort of like a little splodge onto there, because it's going to stick inside the thingamajig, inside that little step. So if you glue it on there, it's pointless because it's not going to stick to nothing. I mean, it might stick to the bottom, but I'm not going to do any glue on that side. What I'm also going to do is just reinforce it a bit with some glue on the edge there, and also a bit of glue on the edge of here. Lovely. And then that's going to go into this step here. Whoops. Okay, see what's going on here. There we go. It's because the glue's not set still, but as you said, as you can see, I'm racing ahead, as you know. Because this is the thing, when you're filming, you can't really... It's the gluing, drying the glue that's taking the time up. So while we're waiting for that, the next part what we'll do, I'll tell you what, while that's gluing a bit, we'll get a C7 file and just give it a little bit of, take these burrs off for a bit. So I wasn't going to, but it will allow the glue to set a bit. So that's really lovely. Haven't used these for a while. I think the last time I used these was in the Bounty. And it's lovely that they've painted it for you as well, which is nice. These are called diamond files, and I got them on Amazon. I'll have to try and find the link for that. And what's going to happen with this is, again, same sort of scenario. We're going to push this into here. That's going to slit, or slot if you like, slit. And that's going to slot into there like that. So again, you might want to, it's up to you if you file that away. I'm not going to do that. But again, I'm going to put a splodge of glue into there. It might be that it was moving because there wasn't really a lot on there, but I'm quite happy with it so far. And again, we know that it's going on there. I don't think I did it on this step, but I'm going to run some along here on the base of it as well. Just a little bit of glue. I might just take some excess off there, spread it a little bit. There we go. And then that step is going to slot into here like that. There we go. I have to say, out of this in the doll's house, I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. I don't know what it is. I just seem to really enjoy this one. Let's have a look. There's that. Is that all married up? That's feels like there we go. And that one. A little bit lopsided that for some reason. Have a look there and then push it down. I think that'll go. Happy with that. Yeah, that's beautiful. This one's given us a little bit of a problem. The problem we've got is this is a little bit too fat for that type of fitment. It needed a little tiny bit of filing, but I'm going to leave mine how it is. It might be elongated, but you know, it's only a model, so it's not like it's going to be. What we can do, I suppose, is just this one's a little bit tough. It's not. I'm not liking that. I'm going to take that off. That's where we need to put it, but it seems to have got a little bit on. Oh, I see, it goes there, right, okay. It doesn't go any more, as you can see. That one goes in a little bit further, but this one gets a little bit stuck. Give it a little bit, whoa, give it a little bit of a manoeuvre there. See, that one sits there, and then this one sort of like goes in a bit more, so I'm a little bit confused. But that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. So we'll take that out again and give it a little bit of more glue. But yeah, we'll give it a little bit more. But a bit intriguing, that part there. But as you can see, it just literally, you slot it in like that. So maybe that's how it goes with, you know, a bit of a back on it. So take that off, just clear up some excess. And that's that one. I'll clear up this side. A little bit intriguing, that, but that's that one. And then we're going to put the other step onto here. Once we've put this part in, that's going to go into there again. While that's going, we'll just take it down again with a C7. All I'm doing here is we're just taking off that little burr there. Okay, that's that one, and then obviously that's going to feed into the little step here. Okay, quite happy with that. So I'll get a little bit of glue on this side, a little bit of glue on that side, and then a bit just along here, because we know that it's going to stick to something there. It's nice when you get to use the glue up, because we don't always get to use glue in each every build that we do here. But oh, that's gone in lovely. Oh, that went in lovely. Cherry on the cake, that. Happy with that. Sweet baby. Oh, this is so cute. Cute little pair of stairs there. I don't know if building with the boys, this may be something for you, because you like doing the, you do the doll's house, don't you? So if anyone does the, actually, if anyone does the doll's house, check this out. You know, it may be something for you. But what I'm going to do with this will form our top step, and that's going to go into these little two panels up the top here. It does get a little bit stuck there. So I'm just going to give it, take some drastic action, just give it a little bit of filing there. Might ease it to go in again. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put the glue onto here and there. We know that it's going to stick to the other step, so I'm going to put some there. A little bit on here. I can see this video being 2 parts, but we'll see what we can do. A little bit on there, like that. And then I think if we put a little splodge there. As I said, I generally do all builds. There's very rarely I'll say no to a build. I know nothing about the Moonmins, and for me it's giving you a bit of an idea of what the Moonmins is. I mean, my friend said it was from the 1980s, so that's long before my time, because I'm from 1992. That has gone in absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Nice little set of stairs there. There is a few, you're not going to notice it, but as you can see, there is some gaps there. But I don't want to push it too hard, but it does its job, doesn't it? It's you can push it a little bit more, I suppose, but I'm happy with that. Really, really happy with that. I can always get a bit of blue paint and touch that or seal that gap up a bit, but that makes our little first set of stairs, so that's really cool. So we'll put that over there to one side to let that part glue. No, we're not. We're going to bring it back because we need to do a little bit more now. So what's going to happen here? I mean, they said to put glue on the bottom step, but I think it's easier putting it on this step. So we've got 2 parts here, which is part 1 and part 2. And as you can see, these will match because they've got this slant on it. It will match up with the slant that's on here. So basically something like that, but it feeds on the inside. So it feeds on like the, from what I can see, they want the top bits up at the top. So I'm assuming then that will marry up with that part there like that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, they are actually saying to keep it. They want it like that for some reason. So I'm interested. Oh, I see. These parts are just for the panel here. But yeah, okay, cool. We're going to be putting the walls on. Again, we're going to use glue for this. So because it's a slant and a wider part, I'm going to use a cotton wool bud this time. So we're just going to move that along there like that. And that's going to basically slot with this side of the wall there. We're going to give it a little bit of that. What we can do if we wanted to, I mean, it's going to be a bit tricky here, but you can always use a bulldog clip to hold the parts together. I mean, obviously, because it's on an angle, it might be a little bit tricky, but that is an option when you've got parts like that. As you can see, whoops, might need a little bit more glue. I think what I'll do, actually, I'll just take that off slightly. I want to run some along here because I know that it's going to stick to that wall plane. They're saying to put it on that side, but I much prefer doing it up from the inside. So I'll put some there, and that can go there actually. As you can see, oh, that's nice. Reminds me of like a butling shack. But yeah. I'm very fussy. It has to be precise. It has to be perfect. Whoops. It's because I keep playing with it, you see. I need to leave it alone to set. Okay. See if we need to get it perfect, just say, because if it's not... Okay, I'm happy with that. So what we'll do is we'll just go around the sides here. Try not to get glue on the outside. As you can see, there's a lot of excess here, which we can do a little bit of cleaning up on there, but that goes on that side. It's going to probably fall off on me. Oh, getting stuck to the bloody thing. And again, this is going to go on this side here, so we'll do exactly the same on here. And yeah. Be interesting to see what fan home bring out. They've not really bring anything else out at the moment, so I think if they bring something out, it'd be that Robocop. As I said, for me, I like the idea of Robocop, but I would need to see what it looks like first. So yeah, for me, we'll have to wait and see. I like the idea that this has been on a slant. That's beautiful. So we'll give that a couple of minutes to set as well. Oh, whoops, just give that a bit. Then we'll just take it up a bit. This will dry clear anyway, so I can always peel it off. PVA, you can pick it off, so it's really quite easy. So that's lovely like that. So that's going to form the two sides of the walls. And then what's going to happen after that is we're then going to put the base of it on, which is the top part of this, which is this section here. And as you can see, it's got 4 pins. Now, it's got a semicircular part in, which will feed towards the back of it. So I keep thinking that let's move it there because you guys can't see. I keep coming off the edge, but that's going to basically go into there like that. It will basically, as you can see, fits into there snug. I like the detailing on this, like the little grains of wood there. It's really gorgeous. So on this one, what I'm going to do, I need to get some more glue. Oops, might help if I pull the lid off. This is lovely to work with. It's Gorilla Glue, and I bought a whole bottle for $5. So that's pretty nice. On this one, what I'm going to do, it's a little bit too much, but I'm going to just scrape it. I'll use their technique for this one. Just scrape it along there. It's up to you if you put some on the sides. I might just do that. It's up to you if you glue that, because it's not going to stick to nothing. But you can do the sides of it, and then a bit there, a bit along there, a bit along there, and then obviously a bit there. Yeah, there we go. And then obviously that part's going to sit over the top like that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? That just went on beautifully. That really went on lovely. So that will hold it all on. And there we go, look at that. We've got a nice little porch, sorry. And then obviously in here you've got like the semicircular, because obviously the house is like a semicircular shape. It's basically, if you look at the R2-D2, it's got that semicircular body. That's so that it can feed into the semicircle of the house part. But that's our first little portion of the stairs done, which looks brilliant. So we'll put this over to one side because we'll let that glue now. And the next part, what we've got to do is we've got these. This is going to be a bit of a handful. These little parts here have all got to be cut out. Now I can tell sometimes you can push this out, but we will see what we can do. As you can see, that's moving quite freely, but I'll give it a helping hand with a bit of my craft knife there. See if I can push that out a bit. It's just about coming. Got to be very careful here because if we break this little part, this little tab part at the end here, I think what we'll do is we'll make it a little bit of an incision here. Sometimes with parts what I do is I make a little cut here and then I'll cut a bit there. And then what that does is it creates me an access to get that out. So, yeah. Okay, see if we can release that now. So that's one. And I suspect we've got to get the whole lot out. So, just make a cut here. A cut there. There we go. I just find it so much easier than a craft knife. Okay, that's that part, and I think we should be able to get that part out there. And release that off. Whoops, what was that? Oh, that's just a burr on the other side, that's fine. No problem, we can cut that off easy. It's just a little bit of a burr got stuck on that. There we go, that's the second one. And we've got to do it again. Might make an access point there as well. As you can see, it just frees it up out of that sprue then. So that's pretty good, happy with that. And then I think if we cut an incision there. Yeah. And then, there we go. And then we pull this bit like that. Whoops. That's them four. That's that part. We don't need that part or that part. And then obviously we've just got an incision part here, which I'll make a slight cut there. As you can see, it cuts it out beautifully. Like so. Lovely. Okay, so this part, what's going to happen is we've got a circular platform, and we have to cut these parts out again. Again, they fall out. God blimey, these are all crumbs. That's quite small, but we've got one here. There's another one here. That's really weak, that wood. Wow. And I think it's so that it's designed so you can push it out. As you can see how easy that's come off. And then obviously this little nugget part here. And what's going to happen is we're going to basically feed, we've got a circular point here. So this is our little circular point, and basically they're going to clamp up onto here like that. So they'll sit into there like that. And it says add a little bit of glue, so we will do that. I think what we'll do, we'll use a cocktail stick on this section here. It's quite a delicate small part there. And then basically that will slot into here like so. Whoops. There we go. Has that gone in? Yeah, it's gone in lovely. Okay. And then we'll do a little bit more glue into that part. That goes into there. I think that's my timer going off. Just bear with me a minute. yeah, that's my timer, and then what will happen is put a little bit of glue onto this edge here. That can go into that part there. Hang on. Come on, there we go. It's very cute, isn't it? It's so small. And that part into here. Like that. And that part can go into that little chunk there. Or there even. There we go. Lovely. So while that's gluing, that'll go over to that side. And then we've got the actual pole, which is this part. And again, these are glue as well. As you can see up here, we've got little pins which basically feed into all the different holes around here, but they're all different holes, so basically they'll feed into, like one goes in there like that, I should imagine. Seem a little bit small for that type of fitment. Let's have a look here. Yeah, they go in there, so don't really go in very well, but what I'm going to do, guys, is I might have to keep this, I might have to do a part 2 because I'm concerned my chicken's in the oven and I don't want it to burn, so I'm going to have to do a part 2, I'm afraid. I'm just trying to juggle things and try to multitask, but why isn't this going in? Maybe it goes up that way. I need to put it in the lamppost, but these small these don't feel small enough, so I don't know if I can get that down there, but I'm just going to try and widen it up slightly because they seem a little bit on the big side for this type of thing here. Yeah, what I'm going to do, guys, it seems to go in very well, so see if that goes in there like that. Oh, we got one in. Yay. But it's round the wrong way. Just won't go in. I don't understand that. And they all look the same, so maybe that's right. I think that's right. We'll put a bit of glue on that. And then that one will go in there like that. That's one in, I think. I don't think it goes like that, you know. I think that goes like that. Yeah, like that. That looks like a more better fit. And then I assume this one goes into... See, it falls out again. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take a closer look at this. I'll do this in 2 videos, and then I'll just try to stitch it somehow, because these clearly need a bit of widening up. I do find this quite a little bit tricky to get in there, so I don't know on that. I mean, that one is definitely that hole, so let's give... It bugs me when things don't go right. Let's try that again. It sits in there fine, but it's just trying to get it to stay there that's the problem. Perhaps if we hold it for a couple of minutes. It's not going in there, is it? It doesn't like it. Why? It's been such a pain. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll come back to this at a later date. But I'll try and stitch it so that I'll do it in 2 parts, but then I'll try and stitch it so that it contains 1 video. But yeah, see you in part 2, guys. Thank you.